Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Elden Ring, where last time we tied the knot. We put a ring on it. We got hitched. And then our bride left us at the altar. Still trying to figure that one out. But it does appear as though we are Ranni's consort. We have the Dark Moon Greatsword to prove it. And perhaps the #1 reason to potentially do an intelligence build down the road. We shall see. But for now, Ranni is who knows where. She has disintegrated into the ether, into the starry multiverse, wherever Ranni may be. Her questline is, at least for the moment, concluded. I gotta think that in a game as big as Elden Ring, we're probably gonna cross paths with Ranni again. She's a pretty big character. It would be surprising to me if this were the last that we saw of her. You guys probably know. I will find out in due time. For now, we have other matters to attend to. We, of course, want to be getting to the Forbidden Lands and resuming our main quest. But I did mention last time that I wanted to be exploring, re-exploring, and backtracking through some ruins. You might be wondering, where are we? Where exactly are we starting this episode? We are here in the Purified Ruins, here in Liurnia. Because this was like, I think I checked the Laskiar Ruins before this, and then I went to check the Purified Ruins, the second set of ruins that I've gone through, or had gone through off camera, and sure enough, there was a, well, not even really a sus floor. Like, they had boarded it up. They could not be, they had shoved a bunch of boxes and barrels over it. They didn't have the budget to install like a proper sus floor. They had to settle for the, just shove some boxes in front of it. The blind playthrough guy will never see it. And sure enough, you know, they were right, at least for 50 episodes or so. But we finally did find, finally found the hidden area in the Purified Ruins here, and I now have the Two Fingers heirloom, which raises faith. I had been wondering, where is this faith heirloom that's going to complete the set of the 4 main stats and their accompanying talisman? We now have a talisman engraved with the legend of the Two Fingers. This is the first time that I am reading this. I have looted this item, but I have not read the description until this moment. Fingers cannot speak, yet these were eloquent. Persistently did they wriggle, spelling out mysteries in the air. Thus did we gain the words of our faith. Boy, that is one, that is some, you know, that's some poetry, all right. The fingers cannot speak. Tell that to the finger reader, first of all. I'm also looking a little bit closer now at the artwork that has been, the depiction of the two fingers here, and the subservient, what's the word here? The disciples, I guess. Those that are prostrating themselves in front of the Two Fingers. Oh my God, persistently did they wriggle. I love the descriptions in Elden Ring, don't you guys? Along with the other item that we picked up here, there was another Shabriri grape. Another great description in all of our history of Elden Ring item descriptions. Give to the blind maiden to guide her to the distant light. The blind maiden. Perhaps the most important NPC to consider in a blind playthrough is the blind maiden, who I have been wondering, where is the blind maiden? Full disclosure here, I did receive a hint, well, a bit of a nudge from my trusted advisors, who were trying to very vaguely nudge me to tell me that, you know, there's something that I missed. Was the upshot of it. There's something that you may want to backtrack for. It's not anything that you're in danger of missing out on, but, you know, before you move on to the Forbidden Lands, might be a good idea to do this one thing, to do some backtracking for this one thing. This was before they had not yet seen the previous episode where I was mentioning backtracking ruins. And so I thought, in my mind, I thought they were probably hinting at Hyetta. They were probably trying to get me to find our blind maiden. And so I asked them, can you narrow down exactly where I should be looking for the... What zone should I be looking in? Rather than, you know, leaving it leaving it wide open with the whole game. Let's at least put a little bit of specificity on this. And they did tell me to start my backtracking in Liurnia, which is where I started looking through the ruins. Laskyar Ruins, and then moving on to the Purified Ruins. Anyway, we've got one of our ghosts here who I had forgotten about. I forgot about this ghost. Come out one and all from the darkness underground and let us offer unto the maiden our eyes. This is the second. I had totally forgotten that this spirit here was also mentioning the giving unto the maiden our eyes, which totally makes sense now that I know there was a Shabriri grape to find here that I had not found previously. One mystery to me, one question mark in my mind, I will say, we've looted the Shabriri grape from the end of Stormvale Castle. We now have the Shabriri grape from this location. And we picked up a third. And that is a bit of a mystery to me at the moment. I do not remember where I picked this up. I would love to be able to look at, you know, a wiki page and be able to remind myself, but of course there would be spoilers there. So I have texted my sister. Hopefully she's going to text me back here any moment and maybe fill me in on this information that I'm missing to remind myself, where did I pick up it's the second in our inventory, but the third that we could have picked up if I had picked up this Shabriri grape here in the Purified Ruins at the time that I was here first. Where do we pick that other one up from? Okay, well, that's all that to say that I found this secret here in the Purified Ruins, and I was continuing to make my way around the ruins. I did remember that there was a sending gate up here that I think takes us to Rhea Lucaria. And then I continued over in this direction, continuing on down, looking for sus floors, looking for whatever I may have missed, looking at the lobster in the distance and remembering how I died horrifically to that lobster. And then I realized there's our maiden. There is our blind maiden. I have not talked to our blind maiden yet. I spotted her, and that was where I decided we're going to start the episode here. We are going to start our next episode by going and talking to the blind maiden, because it's been too long. And we have some eyes to offer unto the blind maiden. We actually also have, before we talk to her, I should also remind myself that we do have... There is another key item next to the Shabriri grapes, the fingerprint grape. I really hope this lobster's footsteps are making me nervous. I really hope that they would not have set this up where that lobster, I can target you, but you fortunately have not aggroed. So I just don't want to get any harmless NPCs, especially not the blind maiden, caught up in a lobster fight. Okay, now that that's out, now that that lobster is walking harmlessly away, the fingerprint grape. This is the other eyeball that we have, which I think we had when we finally did find Hyetta. And I think pretty clearly, well, I just went back to the footage to remind myself, we did get this fingerprint grape from Lord Vike when we first did the whole Frenzied Village. But I don't remember where we got the third Shabriri grape. Either way, at some point, this is probably going to be an option for us to offer to the blind maiden. Will we do that? Let's say hi to the blind maiden first.
Hello? Is someone there? Would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me? I'm on a pilgrimage in search of the distant light, and when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel the light in the back of my eyes. Okay, so we're still not given the opportunity to offer a fingerprint grape. Maybe that will be at like the end of this quest line? We're definitely going to give a Shabriri grape, though. We want to keep things moving forward. I forgot that she eats these things. What else would she have been doing with them? For some reason, I thought maybe she was, like, saving them for, like, an implant? Yeah, I don't really want to think about any of those possibilities. Let's just hand over the grape and just not try to think about it. You're not like the others who give me grapes, are you? They rest their trembling hands upon me. Howling wordlessly, they gently stroke my eyes.
their frail fingers emaciated. Yet still, they give me the grapes. But you seem somehow firmer.
Crazy?
You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be.
Okay. Hyetta. Hyetta, I am, you know, I guess in that respect, we are not like the others. You're not wrong. Okay. Hyetta. She really caught me off guard with that dialogue there. So, yay, we've given another grape to our blind maiden, who apparently has been stuff has happened to our blind maiden that perhaps was not consented to. Who is the we don't have a proper set of authorities. Not in Liurnia, at least. We don't have anybody to report this to. If we were in Limgrave, we could go straight to Nefeli Lu, and the rightful ruler of Limgrave would mete out swift justice, I'm sure, on the the offenders. Okay, what we're going to do now is Elden Ring is such a gem. We're going to restart the game, and I'm sure in restarting the game, our blind maiden will have moved on. Let's find out if that is the case. And as I suspected, the blind maiden has made her way to somewhere, the next stage of the quest line, the next waiting point for another Shabriri grape, which we do have if we could find that place. In thinking through where that could potentially be, the only place that is initially coming to mind, as it kind of, if we think about, we met Hyetta here at the Church of Irith, or near the Church of Irith, much closer to the bonfire, but not to split hairs. Then she made her way to the Purified Ruins. It does seem as though she might be making her way up this eastern edge of Liurnia, which was the part of Liurnia that we first explored. Could it be that she would have already made her way up to the Church of Inhibition? Because that is where we found the fingerprint grape. See, if I could remember where we had found that third Shabriri grape, that would be the place I would go, but I just do not, I have a vague suspicion that it was here in Liurnia, but I just don't remember. So, we are going to go to this Church of Inhibition first. We've already had one quest line that was fulfilled by going to this spot, because there is a bloody maiden here. There is a bloody maiden here. I do not, however, see a blind maiden. Not yet. We'll take a little bit of a look around just to be sure. But this is the only place that I could potentially, or at least right off the bat, think about looking for Hyetta. I think what I will have to do is do some more thorough backtracking with that. With that in mind, that we're looking not just for sus floors, we are also looking for a blind maiden once again. And also, I am going to be looking for, the other thing on my list here is trying to search for more bell-bearing hunters, as we did run across one out in the Altus Plateau. Was it last time? No, it was a couple episodes ago. I'm trying to remember. Some of these episodes are running together. And I have a couple other little... There's other, of course, big mysteries that we would like to solve, such as the Celluvis's Cellar.
the whole mystery around Sellen, and has she become a puppet, and what do we do about that? Like, there are some other general thoughts that I have about the game and mysteries that need to be solved. I guess the other thing, before we get to backtracking in Liurnia, one thing that we could do is head back to the Moonlight Altar, because I had a thought about this altar, or the Kalora's Rise was a big stumper last time. We managed to find one giant glowing turtle that was hanging off the side of a cliff, and that was it. That was the only one of 3 wise beasts that we need to find. And the only clue, or the only thing that kind of stood out to me, was the fact that there are a whole bunch of regular turtles hanging out. I guess there's also some blue flowers. There's blue flowers, and there are a bunch of turtles in the vicinity of where we found that big turtle. And one thing I did notice as I was going back through my editing for the last episode, I did see that earlier in the Moonlight Altar, we had come through this area up here to the northwest that also had a bunch of turtles. Not just a bunch of turtles, but it also had a mysterious spirit spring. There was a... Where am I at here? I am going a little bit... I need to go much more to the west, I think. I need to be on the lookout for a spirit spring, is the big giveaway. But in that area, we had a spirit spring and we had a bunch of turtles. And I thought, is it possible that I'm supposed to be using this? So we've got some turtles here. There are a whole bunch of turtles in this little wooded spot. I don't remember seeing anything that resembled a big, giant, wise beast. Because if we weren't seeing anything if we were not seeing the wise beasts, if they were not standing out easily in the vicinity of Kalora's Rise. Wait a second. Did I see something just now? Hold on. Maybe my mind is making shit up because I want it to be there, but I could have sworn I saw a giant... No, maybe not. I thought that I saw some sort of a phantom turtle. I'm hallucinating, guys. Blind playthrough. Blind... I think I might have just seen the spirit spring. I saw the spirit spring from the angle over here, and I just looked at it in a way that made it seem like there was... I guess it looked like a turtle. I think it was wishful thinking. I don't understand why this spirit spring is here. I don't get it. I don't get why. We should be looking over the edges of cliffs at the, in addition to thinking about the spirit spring, because if this is true, oh my god, I almost freaking jumped off. Oh my god. If it is true that they have sort of spread out the 3 wise beasts around the Moonlight Altar, then we definitely need to be looking over the edges of cliffs. Doesn't seem like that's the case, though. I'm not seeing a turtle hanging out at the top here, so there goes that idea. I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do about Kalora's Rise. That is another mystery to add to the list that I will think about here, but I am going to proceed for now with my backtracking. We're going to go through... I'm going to be making my way through the various ruins in the game. I'm going to be looking for bell-bearing hunters, and I'm going to be looking for Hyetta. And anything else that comes to mind along the way, we will try to capture as we go. So the beginning of the episode here will be a little bit, perhaps a little bit all over the place, but we will splice it together as we always do, and we'll see what we find. Oh, there she is.
Holy shit. Okay. I came to the Gate Town Bridge just thinking, you know, maybe I'll just keep going through, you know, the checkpoints again, go through each of the bonfires and make sure, just in case she's in sight from each of these bonfires. And sure enough, there she is again. We meet so soon, much sooner than I was anticipating. I at least have a grape for you.
Hello? Is someone there? Would you donate any Jar-Bairn grapes in your possession to me? I'm on a pilgrimage in search of the distant light, and when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel the light in the back of my eyes.
That part on its own is maybe not so troubling. It's this story that you relayed to us when we gave you the last Jar-Bairn grape that is a little bit. I have misgivings about this because are we forcing our poor blind maiden to relive some traumatic events?
Oh, many thanks to you. Now I can feel the distant light once more. That aside, I wonder what Jar-Bairn grapes really are.
Now you ask.
Delectably tender and sweet, yet searing. What a sight they must be to behold.
Oh my goodness. I feel like some things are better left unsaid. This, I think, might be a the quintessential example of ignorance is bliss. I really don't want to tell her what they really are. But at the same time, we might have to in order to progress the quest line.
I wonder, what are Jar-Bairn grapes? Delectably tender and sweet, yet searing.
Okay.
What a sight they must be to behold.
Okay. I don't think we have a choice, guys. I don't want to do it, but here's the bitter truth. Bitter?
No. That's not possible. Not all of those people. Their own. So those noises I heard were... Sorry. I'm all right now. Don't mind me.
Oh my goodness. This is... I mean, what did I expect this to be? I was going to say this is far more disturbing than I would have expected. But also, we're feeding her eyeballs. What else? I mean, that would be my exact reaction as well. To find out this... Oh boy.
I apologize. You only did as I asked. I'll be fine. Think no more of it.
That's what I'm going to try to do. I think we should all of us should try to do in this situation is just don't think about it.
I apologize. I'll be fine. Think...
Okay, game reset time. I'm guessing, well, I don't know if you're going to be able to... Given the state of your gastrointestinal system, you may not be able to move on, but let's find out. She has not moved on. Does she still have the same dialogue?
Is that you over there? I've gleaned something very important indeed, thanks to you. The reason why it was eyes I had to eat. The distant light is far and frail, so faint it can't be seen by the naked eye. But with everyone's eyes together, it appears. Finally, it all makes sense. I'm certain now. I will be a finger maiden.
Okay. Well, I'm glad it makes sense to one of us. Because I certainly don't know what the hell is going on.
I've gleaned something very important indeed, thanks to you. I'm certain now. I will be a finger maiden.
All right, so there was a progression in her dialogue.
I've gleaned, I'm certain now.
But we're still not at, like, it feels like the next step would be for us to offer her the fingerprint grape, right? Maybe it's not actually a choice where we have to decide between
giving like an additional Shabriri grape or giving her the fingerprint grape. And this gives us like, I don't know, the frenzied ending or something like that. But maybe this is just like, this is the final grape in the sequence. We're going to do another game reset here because will she give us even more? Aha, and she has moved on. So they do make you go through a couple iterations there of getting her text or her dialogue to progress. She definitely needed a moment to come to grips with the revelation that we imparted on her regarding the status of those grapes. So, boy, oh boy, this is a quest line. You all out there who have been waiting for me to make sure this quest line resumes, y'all are I can see why you lovely people out there have been wanting me to get this quest line back on the rails. Oh boy. Is it really on the rails though? Is that what we're doing here? We're gonna go back now to this Church of Inhibition. Because now, is there a chance? Is there a chance now? I don't see Hyetta. Is she out front? Is she out here? No, she's not. Okay, all right. Let me just take a moment and make sure that she's not anywhere else in the vicinity. But okay, I'm zeroed in on. I have this as. I'm starting to think of this Church of Inhibition in my mind as like the final checkpoint, the final place where we meet Hyetta, because we have this fingerprint grape, which of course we have to give to Hyetta, don't we? But perhaps the time has not yet arrived. There could be another. This is the thing, like, if we're still going and backtracking through ruins, there could be some other sus floor or hidden part of a ruins or some other part of the world where there's another Shabriri grape for me to find. And I also need to find Hyetta one more time somewhere. She wouldn't be hanging out with the Turtle Pope, would she? We'll quickly check with the Turtle Pope. That would be convenient if we happen to guess this one correctly. Hyetta doesn't appear to be the case. Maybe she needed some absolution. You know, you don't just need absolution for sins. Maybe it also, the Celestial Dew has some Pepto-Bismol sort of qualities. You know what I just thought of? Because of the whole Ranni quest line, it probably wouldn't be the worst idea to check the Divine Tower. Just to see, could there possibly be anything different with Ranni's corpse? I really couldn't say for sure, but the idea occurred to me. So we check. Backtracking. Backtracking, you never know. You never know what exactly is going to happen. And that's why you gotta check to be sure. Okay, well, nothing is happening. So we are here once again at Ranni's corpse. We do see the mark. We can once again look at the mark that we did see on that two fingers. The lethal mark that Ranni had left as her parting gift. Taking out that two fingers, that one specific two fingers at least. Was that the one two fingers that she had a beef with, or is it just two fingers in general? By the way, we can also see the floating rocks here where the meteor crashed in, opening up the chasm to the Eternal City. Which makes me wonder when we're going to catch up with Blaidd. If ever. Will we get to catch up with Blaidd? I hope so. We got to see the half-wolf full Chad at least once more in this playthrough, don't we? In that vein as well, as I'm going down the list of checkpoints here, of course, Ronnie's chamber should also factor into that, shouldn't it? Ronnie's chamber should be maybe, that should have been like one of the first places that I would think to check if there would be anything that would be different. Oh. There is something different. What? Holy shit, there was something. There is something. I'm trying to figure out what it is because we had the subtitles there, and I don't know if you all could hear it. I might need to like turn it up in post-processing. But very, 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 very faintly, I could hear a voice that was going along with those words. I'm going to need to review that, but I don't know who the voice was. It sounded like a male voice. Okay, we need to check down. I thought maybe at first like it was coming from the chair. Like whatever is under this chair. I don't think it's something that was under the chair. Like a head or something? Like what in the world? Who would that? Okay, of course. That was another thought that I had at some point that I forgot to make a note about, but checking in with Iji. Of course we would want to check in with Iji. We've got to look down below, because is there one of these spirits? Blaidd, Celiavis, Iji, the three that she originally had kind of been working with here. At least their spirits she had been working with. What was the dialogue? I think I was so caught off guard there by the fact that we were getting dialogue in Ronnie's chamber that I didn't absorb the dialogue. So I'm going to just need to review and look and see what was said, while I then eventually try to figure out who was saying it. It doesn't appear as though there is somebody here in Ronnie's Rise. That is... No, wait a second. I was just talking about Blaidd. Holy shit, and I think we found him. But I think we also found a Black Knife Assassin. What? What the hell? Holy shit, dude. Okay. I think that's who was talking just now. That has to have been who it was. No. No! No! No, not Blaidd. Guys. Guys. What? He's got... Dude, wait, does he have his own Dark Moon Greatsword? Or his sword, the Blaidd sword, just happens to be imbued with frosty magic? So what the hell is going on here? Blaidd has turned... He's gone red eyes. I really need to review the dialogue. Not that move. I don't want to do the... I want to do the Blasphemous Blade. I really don't want to do the Blasphemous Blade, though. Blaidd, I almost kind of want to lose this fight because the full Chad... I can't do it, guys. Not like this. Not like this. You know, he may not give us a choice. He may say, you know, I am too fast for you to actually hit me with your puny little move. What in the hell? I'm gonna drink my flask of Winter's Physic. If I can. Getting our butts whooped right now. Getting our butts whooped by the... Of course we're gonna butts whooped. We're trying to fight Blaidd. He's got some poise. He does not really... We do not... Oh, he's got a bite attack. Oh my goodness. Of course he does. He's a wolf. What did I expect? Oh my god, I love the moves. It's so fitting. It's so fitting that you really are. This is the first time we've actually seen it. No, I take it back. He was in combat with us, of course, at the festival. Radahn's festival. Dude, I don't want to do the final blow. It might get me killed here. I just don't want to do it. But I do what I must. Because this is Elden Ring. And you never get a happy ending for any of your friends. Including Blaidd. Including... Dude. Dude, pour one out for Blaidd the half-wolf, guys. My goodness. What the hell? Okay, I am going to take a... Before we read this item... Holy shit, guys. Guys, I'm a little sad. This is not what I was looking to find during a backtracking session. I just wanted to... Well, what did I really want to do? I was most excited about sitting down and finding some sus floors. And maybe, you know, supplying some Shabriri grapes to a poor blind maiden who has been subjected to various stuff that a blind maiden should not be subjected to. I'm getting off track here, thinking about all sorts of stuff that is happening because this is Elden Ring. And this is what happens. Your brain ends up in a blender while you're doing this game. I'm going to take a moment and absorb the dialogue, which had to have been Blaidd's dialogue as we were in Ronnie's chamber. One moment. Okay, so I took notes on what he said. He says, "No, I'm part of her very being. I could never betray her. No matter what might happen, Ronnie, she needs me. I could never betray her. No, I'm part of her very being." Somebody... So we get that dialogue, and then I'm going to pick up that item. And then we come down here, and we see a dead Black Knife Assassin. And this is apparently their deal, is they don't have heads. Why would there be a Black Knife Assassin here? The whole point of the plot of the Knight of the Black Knives, Ronnie worked in concert with the Black Knives, correct? In order to drive a stake, so to speak, into Godwyn. Why would was there a confrontation here between this Black Knife Assassin and Blaidd? I really don't get that one just yet. I wonder if whatever, my heart is still aching at the thought of losing our friend Blaidd, but Blaidd's armor, Blaidd's gauntlets, Blaidd's greaves, and the Royal Greatsword. What a badass sword. Blaidd, who served as Ronnie's shadow, was a loyal ally who would defy destiny itself if it would have him turn upon his lady. They were trying to get him to turn against Ronnie? Well-worn black armor of the man-wolf Blaidd. The pelt serves as a cape protecting from cold. Blaidd was the blade of Ronnie. But the cold bothered him anyway. He wasn't that used to the cold, even though he was co-opted by Ronnie. The Royal Greatsword. Decorated in Royal Carian style. In defiance of the fate he was born to, Blaidd swore to serve no master but Ronnie. As proof, the sword was imbued with a cold magic at the moment the oath was sworn. The Wolf's Assault infused the sword with frost from a forward... That was such a cool move. The forward somersault to plunge it into the ground a little bit. Might need to go back to the Abyss Watchers fight. I feel like... Or maybe even Artorias. Because that move feels like an Artorias move. It has been a long time since I fought Artorias. It's also been a while since I fought the Abyss Watchers. But such a cool... The Wolf's Assault. It is an intelligence sword, of course. That we can't use because we dumb. I am very confused by, like, I would have thought that they're essentially on the same side. What happened here? And what caused Blaidd to... Wait, is there two of them? There's another one. The materials, I think, are just, yeah, the glintstone firefly. There's another one here. What the hell? How many others are there? Wait, no, dude, okay, I did not even see this one. Dude, there was an assassin squad. Was it an assassin squad that was sent for Ranni? Did they turn against Ranni? And somehow Blaidd was here acting in protection of Ranni, even though Ranni is long gone. I seriously did not see that third. How many other, is there like another one down the way? Dude, this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. There's a fourth Black Knife Assassin. Guys, add this to exhibit number, the innumerable list of examples of not knowing what to expect in Elden Ring. So there was a hit squad. The Black Knife hit squad was sent to Ranni's Rise, and Blaidd took them all out. We got our sus floor up here at the same time. We might as well check in here since we're in the neighborhood as we try to digest. That must have been it. Like, somehow the Black Knives... Trying to see if that... For a second, I wasn't sure if this was different from before, but no, I do think that the Nox Swordstress, or whoever she might be, I think she was there. Everything looks the same as it was before. It doesn't seem like there's been a change in anything inside of Seljavis's little stash here. Stash of puppets. Okay. We know that Alecto... This is interesting to think about now because the ringleader's Everjail was up here on the Moonlight Altar. Is there, like, we've had so many Everjails where, well, we've had some Everjails like this Malefactor's Everjail where there's a little bit of a backstory about some thief who stole something from the Fell God, the Flame of the Fell God, but they feel like these like little side quest or little flavorful bits to the story. But then you have like the Ringleader's Everjail, which may be way more impactful. We've got the Ringleader of the Black Knives up here imprisoned at the last place that we found Ranni. What is the connection? The Cathedral of... I'm going to... Hold on. Before we go back there, let's explore the rest of this area. This is turning into so much more, as it seems to always do in Elden Ring. So much more than you would think. Let's go to Seljavis's Rise. Maybe we'll come across another corpse of another Black Knife Assassin, because they are strewn all over the place here. They really didn't know who they were fucking with. Going up against the full Chad. Rest in peace. No new options from Seljavis. This is nuts, dude. We need to check in with Iji. Iji needs to be our next stop here. I really should have gone to him first, but we had what happened with Blaidd. Man, it is so... I swear, guys, this is... I tell you when it's not, but for the most part, this is a blind playthrough.
And sometimes I say things one moment that turn out to be so relevant to the next, and I wonder to myself, like, how is this happening? Oh my god, that could have been... I'm worried that we're going to take a silly science test there. Let's go to Rena's Rise. It doesn't really feel like there would be anything substantially different in this tower. The purpose of this tower really was just to get us to another sending gate, and also to provide a little bit of potential backstory for the puppet that was used for Ronnie to inhabit. So, let's check with Iji. I don't need to go to this menu. I just need to go down here to Iji. Has to be some new dialogue from Iji at this point. I will be absolutely floored if that is not the case. Some stuff has happened, my friend. Some stuff that I'm not incredibly happy about.
Well, my fellow, how may I serve you? As war counselor? Or as blacksmith?
How about as therapist? Because shit's been happening, man, and I need to talk to somebody about it. He does have an option here for Blaidd's death.
Unthinkable. How could Blaidd? How did he break free from his cell?
His cell?
More importantly, Blaidd became a curse that plagued Lady Rani. Yet even in madness, gave himself to her. I've made a grave misjudgment. And I thought myself a capable war counselor. I'll catch up with you soon enough, Blaidd. When I do, I only hope you'll accept my apology.
As if I wasn't confused enough already. I missed the part where Blaidd went crazy on us. I missed the part where Blaidd ended up in a jail cell. I'm going to look at Blaidd's dialogue here again, maybe for a little bit. But I do not understand, guys. Okay, so after rereading Iji's dialogue just now, I had to reread it a couple times, but I think I finally get it. It sounds like Iji imprisoned Blaidd. Unthinkable how did he break free from his cell? More importantly, Blaidd became a curse that plagued Lady Rani, yet even in madness gave himself to her. I've made a grave misjudgment. I thought myself a capable war counselor. It sounds like his grave misjudgment was imprisoning Blaidd. He thought that he had somehow become a curse against Rani, although he remained loyal to her in the end. And that is the dialogue that we had there with Blaidd just before we had to take him out. I'm part of her very being. I could never betray her no matter what might happen. Rani, she needs me. And so Iji is like, man, I'll catch up with you soon enough, Blaidd, I guess in death. When I do, I only hope you'll accept my apology. So that makes sense now a little bit more, but I still feel like I really missed something. The whole bit about when did Blaidd get put in a jail cell? When did he go mad? When did he become this curse that made it so that Iji thought he had to be imprisoned? Like, the last thing we knew about Blaidd, we parted ways with him after the Radon Festival. And he's like, what a sick way to fight, eh, mate? The glory of the clash is shared by Radon and you. Then a falling star right before our eyes. All that stuff. And then we get the message of him, his message at the Starfall Crater. There's a traitor taken care of. Onwards to Nokron, then go on, I'll catch up. Huh. Maybe that message makes a little more sense now, does it? There's a traitor taken care of. Onwards to Nokron, then go on, I'll catch up. I'm still not sure exactly who he's talking about when he says the traitor. I've got to think about this one. But man, this game is the best, guys. These twists and turns that, now this one maybe didn't come out of nowhere because I really should have come to Iji after we did
after we finished, I'm just going to go here very quickly, just in case there's something else that might be here. I'm going to quickly go back to the Cathedral of Manus Celis. After we became Ranni's consort, her dearly betrothed, after that, we should have gone directly to Iji. That really should have been what I did instead of going to, like, and going back to the converted Fringe Tower. Could have done both. But what am I... This is nuts. I just... What do we make of it all? I really feel like it could... Did I just miss something? Maybe an interaction with Blaidd somewhere. Maybe in the Eternal City? Where we would have come across the... We would have come across the half-wolf, and we missed the opportunity to do so. Did I... Oh, we came in this way. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Did I not check the right path? Dude, am I really this much of a dingus? This is very, very possible. Did I go down the wrong path, guys? Did I... Holy shit. Or is this just leading back out to where I've already been? Okay, maybe I'm not that much of a dingus. Maybe... Because we're just going back out here to a place that we have already explored. Okay. I thought, oh my god, did I just miss... I actually went down... I went back down the path that we actually dropped down in the first place. I got that turned around inside of that building. I totally didn't even see this little opening. I feel like we came by here for sure at some point. Did we not? So that's a thing, guys. Secret number 768 that I did not realize was there. Okay. I'm gonna keep continuing to digest everything regarding Blaidd and Iji and see if I can get some other ideas of who else we want to check in with. But I am going to continue doing the backtracking and trying to look for Hyetta and all the other things, sus floors and whatnot. But man, oh, the crazy events in this game. The crazy twists and turns. I love it. I absolutely... I almost want to go back here, though, one more time. I want to go back one more time just in case, you know, the whole warping out and warping back in. Let's just make sure that we've got all our bases covered here and that there's no further progression. The Black Knife Assassin corpse is still here. All of the corpses appear to still be here. Maybe they are now a permanent fixture. A permanent fixture here in Ranni's Rise. Around Ranni's Rise. It was really interesting. I don't know if they... Well, I mean, they probably did intend this for you to be able to, like, come back to Ranni's chamber and just barely overhear the dialogue that gets triggered when, when you get close enough to Iji. We probably would have been able to see it if I'd had enough wherewithal to actually look out the dang window. I might have been able to just see Blaidd down there. Did not occur to me at the time, or I didn't have the wherewithal to, I was so busy just processing the fact that there was frickin' dialogue, and my shock and Iji as well. They got to Iji, guys. Dude, it's almost like... It's like the Black Knife Assassins are, like, cleaning house or some shit. Like, I don't know. It's like some CIA shit here right now. Like, they're trying to do away with all the people who knew. What the fuck? What the fuck, guys? This is insane. Iji! He's just burning in black flame effigy almost here. Wow. Now, at the same time, these guys, well, I guess gals, the black knife assassins, they came for Iji, but he was not going down without a fight, just like Blaidd. So, they also paid the price in the process. Iji's bell bearing and Iji's mirror helm. Guys, I kind of want to like hit the rewind button. Can I hit the I am recording right now. Can I hit the rewind button though? And we can just like, you know, undo the first hour or whatever of this episode. Just undo it all. Is that possible? At the same time, I would not trade it in for anything because the experiences in Elden Ring. Even though my heart can't take it. I didn't have as much of a, I didn't have the man crush on Iji that I did on, the half wolf. But I guess it's a half wolf crush. Whatever the case may be, I'm not happy to see Iji go. Not by a long shot. But he did kind of say, I will be joining you soon enough. What the fuck, dude? Helm fashioned from a crystal looking glass. Said to have never left War Counselor Iji's head. Easily broken and weak against striking attacks. Worn by those committed to high treason. It wards off the intervention of the greater will and its vassal fingers. The ultimate tinfoil hat. If you really don't want, talk about some CIA shit, guys. You really don't want the greater will and its brainwaves fucking up your shit. Iji was afraid, terrified of his own treachery. Oh man, gosh, this is so good. I'm still confused. I don't know exactly what to make of it all, but man, the high drama in this video game, it's the best. Iji, the smithing master's bell bearing found upon his perished flesh, gives us access to all the stuff that he had, of course. There's no mystery there, I don't think. We'll turn that in later. Oh my gosh. Well, we're running out of, oh, of course. You know what I really forgot to do? That's what I should have done. The finger snap is how we should have paid. We'll give one more finger snap to pay tribute, not just to the War Counselor, but to the half-wolf and the whole crew that is on the chopping blocks of the Black Knife Assassins. What the fuck, dude? It's so cool how he's, I don't love that he's gone, but the way that you're introduced to him just sitting here being bathed in black flame is just such a badass way to send somebody out. My goodness. Holy shit, guys. All right, I took my break and rebooted the game, of course, and Iji is still here. So it does, this is just the way things are now. I wish I had a fire extinguisher to, maybe I do have a fire extinguisher in my inventory with so many countless items. Maybe it's hidden in there somewhere and I just forgot about it. But I'm going to continue to ponder and think about all of the crazy events that we've experienced this episode. Here I thought we were just going to be
casually searching around for some sus floors, maybe catching up with Hyetta along the way. And there's going to be so much like just useless footage that I'm just going to be splicing and cutting out. And it has been anything but that. What what an incredible recording session so far. I will also say that during the break, I did receive a text back from my sister informing me that the other Shabriri grape that I picked up was from Edgar the Revenger. I had totally forgotten that fact. I guess it kind of makes a little bit of sense though if Edgar the Revenger, Castellan Edgar. I had to review my notes to remind myself his daughter's name, Irina, was also a blind maiden. And it was not until we completed the events at the Weeping Peninsula that we actually finally crossed paths with Hyetta. It feels like there is some sort of loose connection there, at least in the prerequisite that you have to meet before Hyetta's questline engages or she comes on the scene. You have to complete the questline, at least the Weeping Peninsula portion of the Edgar and Irina questline. So, you know what? While we're at it here, then, while we are at it, with that thought in mind, something I had not thought to do was actually go back. It's been a long time since we've been here. Don't remember when the last... I would have probably warped here at some point off camera while I was searching through various sites of grace. But it has been quite a while since we came to Irina's... the site of Irina's... she's dead. Nothing has changed here. But Irina is also a blind maiden, right? And that, in my mind, is... And she seems to have a very, very similar hairdo, outfit. It's almost like she's sisters with Hyetta. So that's why there is this loose connection in my mind between Irina and Hyetta and Edgar. And so I guess it makes sense in that regard that we would have found a Shabriri grape when taking on Edgar the Revenger. Other than that, though, I'm not exactly sure how they're related, and we did not find the blind maiden, Hyetta, we did not find at the Revenger's shack. So that's the update on my progress there. I think I will continue where I left off somewhere here. I'll figure out which the last site of grace was that I think what I had done is I had gone to I was going through these Artist Shack, Eastern Liurnia Lakeshore, and then I went to Ronnie's Chamber, right? So maybe we'll go to Jar-Bairn real fast here. We'll just talk to Jar-Bairn, which I don't think would have an update in... We did check somewhat recently with Jar-Bairn, and I don't think there would be an update. Except, wait a second. Wait a second. Has Jar-Bairn moved? Wait a second! Dude, I swear, if the Black Knife Assassins did this as well, one of the jars is smashed. Oh, it's the poachers. That's what it is. That's why Jar-Bairn was telling us about the poachers. Wait a second, and there's a... Oh my god, there is a body here. It kind of looks like that body is moving. I'm assuming that this is Jar-Bairn. Okay, here I am thinking that nothing's going to be different in Jar-Bairn. It turns out everything is different, guys. The main difference is that everybody that we've known has been ruthlessly killed, including the hapless jars here in Jar-Bairn. What the actual hell? I don't even know anymore, guys. I don't even know.
Oh, Cos.
Some say Cosm.
I'm glad you came, but we're fine now. Diallos fought the poacher.
Oh!
Quite a lot of us got broken.
I saw that. Diallos!
I won't cry, though. I'm a warrior jar. A warrior.
Warrior jars don't cry.
Diallos. What? What was the last thing that we had with Diallos? Now I gotta check my notes. Now I gotta check my notes for Diallos because we obviously found him last at the at Volcano Manor, and he was bemoaning the fact that he was useless. What was he saying? It's just as my noble brother says, I'm a complete fool. I can't believe I thought I could be a champion. He was really down on himself, but maybe he found a way, although maybe a little late, to save some of Jar-Bairn's friends, but he found a way to make himself useful and perhaps die with honor because it looks like he's not doing so good. Oh my god.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I want to be one day, cuz. Even if I'm scared, I'll still fight to protect everyone.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood.
The tale of House Hoslow is... That's the kind of... Even if I'm...
Just gonna be looking for some sus floors, guys. That's it. Nothing to see here. Nothing else is gonna happen. Diallos. Diallos, Diallos, Diallos. We need to backtrack literally everywhere, guys, because who knows what else has changed.
You. Are the jars... Are they all right? Did I defend them?
Well, you know, you tried your best.
Then all is well. This fool proved his worth in the end.
Everybody's gonna die. Just, you know, get used to it. It's even gonna happen to Jar-Bairn. Don't even think for a second that Jar-Bairn is gonna find a way to escape the cruel fate that awaits everybody in this stupid video game. I hate it. Hate it, guys. At least we were able to give Diallos a send-off. We told a white lie, but we already were forced to tell the distasteful truth to the blind maiden earlier. I don't think I could have lived with myself to send off Diallos thinking anything other than that he defended the poor helpless jars. This game...
The tale of... That's the kind of warrior. Even if I'm...
Just gonna go to Jar-Bairn real quick, guys. I'm sure nothing's gonna... Like I said, I want a rewind button. Is it too much to ask for? To just a little teeny, tiny rewind button. That's all. That's all I ever wanted.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I'm going to be. One who protects everybody. The tale of House Hoslow. That's the kind of one who protects...
My god, this is so... It's poetic, but it's also depressing as hell. Guys, I need somebody I need to see a therapist. I need... Oh my god. The pain and heartache and trauma from this episode. What are we gonna title this episode, guys? What is the title of this episode? Anybody got any ideas out there? Good lord. Oh, the pain. The pain of Elden Ring. Oh, it just... There's more. There's more. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. We got a Newman's rune. And we also got Hoslow's Petal Whip And Diallos' mask. Dude, that looks badass. Why wasn't he wearing that before? That looks awesome. I want to try that on right now. Okay, it doesn't look as awesome on us. I feel like some of these look so cool on the menu, and then you put them on our character. Maybe it's just in contrast to the, once you've had the Lionel's helm, it's just, there's nothing else. Like, look at how that sword just cuts right through. Janky as hell, cutting right through the Lionel's helm. It is just mwah, beautiful. Nothing can replace it. Diallos mask. Whoa, wait a second. Replica of a twin, oh, a twin-tailed silver helm. I thought for a second, well, wait a minute. Let's keep reading. Let's just read. Replica of a twin-tailed silver helm with flowery adornments, only without the twin tails. Oh, Diallos Hoslow had an older brother who was a stern, self-possessed man of few words. His achievements made him seem out of reach. And so the younger aspired to be like the older, yearning for the day that he would tell the tale of House Hoslow in blood, knowing full well that it would break his brother's heart. It's not just his brother's heart. It's my poor heart, guys. And maybe some of you all watching this right now, maybe you have suffered similar heartache with your adventures in Elden Ring, and you are reliving the pain. Perhaps we can all have one big community therapy session here to deal with the pain and process it. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. There's more to this tale, because we know that there is a Juno Hoslow, who I can only guess has to be the twin brother. Wait, did it say twin brother? Older brother. It's twin tails. That's what was throwing me off. Because it was next to the twin helm, right? And I started thinking, wait a second, was this D's twin? No, D. They're both named D. We already dealt with that part of the storyline. Dude, we need to, oh my God. We need to go back to a lot of different places. There is so much more backtracking to do than I was thinking. Holy shit. This looks fucking awesome. Hoslow's pedal whip, formed of razor-sharp chain-link blades that have the appearance of flower petals. This work of art is handed down through the generations of the illustrious House Hoslow. High dexterity is required to wield this weapon, but it excels at inflicting devastating blood loss because it has to. Because it's the tale of House Hoslow, don't you know? And you get to do you get to kick right along with it. 20 dexterity is not that bad. You made it seem like we're like 40 dexterity or something. I don't know. We gotta try this out. Quick little trial with our quick little House Hoslow roleplay. Where the hell are the whips? Guys, where in the heck? We're just gonna do it like this. Because I can't navigate a menu screen to save my life. We're just gonna do it like this. And okay. Alright. Nothing insane. Now, what about the... No, it's a kick. There's no special skill or anything. It's just... Okay, that was pretty cool. What about the charge? It definitely has... I don't know if the sound effect is different compared to other whips, but the metallic whip effect, pretty cool. One of these days, I don't think I've ever done a whip run in any of the FromSoft games. One of these days, I'm walking all over one of the poor jars here. Excuse me, I did not mean to defile your makeshift grave here. It does seem that Jar-Bairn is gone though. Although he's listed here in, did he go back to maybe his spot sitting up here on the up by the house? He's just, yeah. All my friends and neighbors got poached. I'm just gonna go back here and sit and pretend like nothing ever happened. Actually, you know, we all have our own ways to cope. Who am I to judge?
Thanks for coming back, cuz. I've been thinking. It's time for me to set out on a journey. As a warrior Jar. Upon the path of champions.
What does that mean exactly? Where are you heading? Are you going to be catching up with Alexander?
I'm about to go on a journey as a warrior Jar, in search of glory.
Okay, okay. What would be the most likely place for him to go? I mean, I'm going to be backtracking so many. I might just backtrack the entire goddamn game, guys. Because holy shit, we are finding things.
I'm about to as a warrior
And
Jar.
I definitely want to make sure that we catch up with Jar-Bairn. Like, maybe I should go... we're going to put the seal... We're going to put our seal back, and I'm going to go talk to Alexander. We're talking to Alexander. He may not want to know. Well, we're going to... One more time. Before we go, one more time, we're exhaust so many different bits of resting at the bond. Well, he's still here. He is still here. So you're gonna hang out for a little bit, huh?
Oh. Hello again, cuz. No, I haven't changed my mind. I'll begin my journey once I'm ready to go. As a warrior Jar, in search of glory.
Okay, okay. Just needs a little time, you know. He's still processing. Can you blame him?
I'll begin my journey as a warrior.
Can you blame him? We're gonna go to Alexander. We going, assuming he's still here. He's got to be still here, right? Alexander, I have some sad news. You know, maybe we won't tell him. Maybe we'll just... He's still on a need-to-know basis when it comes to his hometown being entirely poached. What the fuck, man? What the actual... What the actual... I love this video game, and I also kind of low-key hate it at the same time. Oh my god. What a masterpiece, to be frank. Just a gem.
Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying about
All right.
the lofty
All right, we're keeping our dude in the dark. I'm kind of okay with this. I'm tired of spreading misery to everybody. Seemingly every... Oh, no. Wait a minute. No. No. Guys? Guys? This shield is fun and all, but I have to... I can't have that in my line of sight. Well, what? Not Jar-Bairn. Not Jar-Bairn. Don't do it to me. Okay, he's sleeping. I think. Please just be sleeping.
Tale of House Oslo. Told in blood.
I think he's sleeping, guys. I am so hopeful that he's sleeping right now. He's really dreaming about taking up the reins and taking after our buddy Diallos. Dude, if you had I never in a million years would have guessed that Diallos would end up being the culmination of Diallos dead in Jar-Bairn. Nope. Nope. I could have come up with 100,000 different bingo cards of things that I think are going to happen in Elden Ring. And not a single one of those suckers would have had Diallos dead in Jar-Bairn on it. Just never. Never. Guys, where do we go from here? Because my head, if it is not... I feel like it's always spinning in every single episode, but this is just almost too much for me, guys. I almost need like a break for the day and like come back tomorrow because I need some time to just let's go and like find some sense of normalcy here. Just tell me that nothing is different. I mean, I really, if I'm afraid of killing off all the NPCs in this game, maybe I shouldn't go to Nefeli Lu, and like I should just leave our friends in this part of the Lands Between. Just leave them be. Don't even talk to them ever again.
I will remain to suit your guidance. Surely lie elsewhere.
Okay.
For the time being, and each
Okay.
time I raise
Thank
you
goodness
to
at
my
least
orchid-
something. At least something is the way that we would expect it to be.
Well then.
Just so I just for the sake of it, I need to buy a foul foot. I don't need this, but I also kind of need it. I need it for my own sanity. I never use the silver pickled foul feet, but I'm just buying one just because. I need some semblance of comfort. And that's the best I can do on the spot. Oh my gosh. God damn it. There it is. There. Oh my god, there's actually a fog gate here. There's a fog gate. We're in the Kingsrealm Ruins here, by the way. As I will note that I am on a different day of recording. And I have gotten to collect myself a little bit after the whirlwind events that we've had so far this episode. And now I've just been back into my going from site of grace to site of grace sort of mindset here. And I ended up going to the Gate Town North checkpoint, which led me over here. I decided to go. I kind of forgot where this. I remember there was a sending gate here, and I forgot where it went. And it took me to the Kingsrealm Ruins, and I thought, you know, did I actually? I came to the Kingsrealm Ruins, I don't know how many times, looking for, you know, a cellar, a visible cellar, when I was searching for the Celluvis cellar. But my mindset was still not in looking for sus floors, and I just, as I was walking back through here, and I saw, this looks like it might be a thing. Potentially. This is probably not going to be a competitive fight, whatever this is. I would guess you never want to underestimate your enemies. Am I about to eat? Am I about to just eat my words so hard? Am I about to eat my words so quickly? The quickest that I've ever... God damn. I swear, there's something about these guys. They are just so freaking annoying. Boy, they do take a shit ton of damage from the Taker's Flame sub. I now know what they're called, though. It's no longer just Laskyar Ruins Spider Boy. We now can put a name to this hideous opponent, the Royal Revenant. The Royal Revenant. Okay, thankfully that Royal Revenant was a low enough of a level where I did not have to suffer any undue tilt here in the early portion of this day of recording. Oh my goodness. I will just kind of let's see what we've got here. What treasure have we acquired in taking down the Royal Revenant? What have we got here? A frozen needle. Frozen needle. Surprisingly not. I was waiting for it to say intelligence required or magic component on the damage, but no, it's just a regular old thrusting sword that has a frost buildup component. But it is forged by Iji, the Karian Royal Blacksmith.
can inflict frost upon enemies and launch its blade with a strong attack. The blade immediately regenerates. Whoa. The impaling thrust skill can inflict... The blade immediately regenerates. Are we saying that the blade, like... Are we saying that it disappears? I'm gonna do what I often have to do, which is sort by most recently acquired. Otherwise, my blind playthrough brain is not gonna be able to see this thing. Is it saying that when... Okay, I think... Oh, I can see it now. It is actually, when we do the strong attack, it is sending... It's shooting an icicle, but if you look closely, the icicle is actually momentarily leaving... There's no sword. And then, in fact, the sword does regenerate. That's very cool. That is, well, you know, I am surprised that there's not an intelligence component to this, given the affinity, the intelligence affinity that Frost seems to have, but not so much. But we have the frozen needle now. As we are here, we finally found... I suppose I should check. I'm going to check the rest of the ruins here in the Kingsrealm Ruins. But, Iji, I'm sorry that I did not get a chance. It is one regret of perhaps many that I have in this playthrough of not being able to... Do we do the thrust on horseback? We do not. It's just a regular roll. Or I should say, we don't do the icicle on... I was looking earlier for a fire extinguisher. I don't suppose this does the trick. No, not so much. Iji did not design this to be a black flame extinguishing armament. But once again, my friend, I'm sorry that things turned out the way they did. But yeah, we have seen one of the fine pieces of craftsmanship that you left for us. If we had been a little bit more inquisitive, we may have found it a long, long time ago. I guess I will also, as I'm searching for perhaps any more sus floors, I should also note the fact that I did check a couple other things that I had on my mind, some ideas on backtracking that didn't pan out. I did go back looking for Vare. Not Vare. Vare's, as far as we know, is done for. But I went back to where we have met Vare on previous occasions, just to see if there was anything left behind. And I did not find anything related to Vare or any other character in those places where we had met Vare before. The Rose Church and the First Step. I guess the only thing that's different is that the message left by Vare is now gone. For whatever that's worth. The other notes that I had that I was going to mention, the fact that I did also check Volcano Manor. I went back after the events of Jar-Bairn to search Volcano Manor. Nothing new there. That's still vacant. And I also checked in with Merchant Kale. Merchant Kale, just to see, because he had originally given us the finger snap so that we could communicate, or I guess get the attention of Blaidd. Nothing new from Merchant Kale, so doing my due diligence here, trying to find what I can. And in this case, we did find. Man, I'm gonna have to check, guys. This is more along the lines of what I was expecting this episode to be, was just me uncovering a whole bunch of sus floors in ruins. Let's keep that going, shall we? Can we find some more? So I did have the idea to try casting Law of Regression on this Radagon statue. I did it. I was able to run out of the room, drink my flask of Wondrous Physic, run back in, and cast Law of Regression. But nothing happened.
But I had to try because I'm pretty sure I had not tried yet. I was searching here in Raya Lucaria for Hyetta. Did not find her, at least near any of the sites of grace. If she is somewhere elsewhere within Raya Lucaria, I did not find her. I'm hoping she's not, because I don't really want to backtrack through Raya Lucaria. But let's check this site of grace next to the Finger Reader Crone. This one kind of felt like if Hyetta is continuing northward, it could be a good place to check. But perhaps not.
You're... Oh, bless you. Take the path for you. Bear witness.
Oh, but she is here at the Bellum Church. We did not find her next to the Finger Reader Crone, but she is just up the way. There we go. Okay. Okay. Good. So we have met her. Is this the last stop? Because we are out of Shabriri grapes at this point. Correct. We are down to just a fingerprint grape. Will she be wanting more Shabriri grapes? I certainly hope not.
Oh, hello. Is that you over there? Have you ever heard of fingerprint grapes? They're special grapes which only grow on those who've been clasped by the burnt fingers. I would truly love to try one. The distant light seems far closer than before, but I can't sense a thing from the usual grapes anymore. Please, could you donate a fingerprint grape to me? Without one, I don't know. I feel like I might go mad.
There is so much in that statement. First of all, I'm, I guess, glad to see that you have already gotten over your queasiness about eating grapes in general, knowing their true nature. It's also, you also have already built up a tolerance, apparently. The regular grapes just don't cut it. They don't get me close to that distant light, quote unquote. And also, the fingerprint grape. If you knew where I got this, I feel like you would think that it would have a much higher likelihood of driving you mad than not eating it. But you know what? This is it looks like it is playing out the way that it started to look, where we were, each of the Shabriri grapes was getting us to this maybe final checkpoint in the quest line, since the fingerprint grape seems to be a unique item. But let's see.
Oh, a fingerprint grape. Tried and true. What a wondrous thing. A fingerprint grape. Oh, how sweet. Yet, how it burns. Thank you. I've composed myself again. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
I did not notice this before. How did I not notice this before? That her outfit is quite bloodstained. What exactly is going on here with the blind maiden? There's probably going to be some progression when we sit at the bonfire here, but this whole quest line is just, as so many other things in Elden Ring, bizarre. And I don't know what to make of it. Okay, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? She's out of here. Okay. So she, The distant light. Is the distant light supposed to actually be a place? Like the Erd Tree? Is she trying to get to the Erd Tree? Question mark. All right, well, the search for the next meeting with Hyetta will continue. So I started going through Limgrave Ruins and came here to Sellen, and she does have a new option here about Azur's sorcery. Let's see what she's got to say about this.
What's this sorcery, my apprentice? Ah, then you have seen Master Azure. Master Azure was a founding Glintstone sorcerer, and my first teacher. A stern judge of men. But he must have seen something in you. You make us both proud. We can speak more later, my apprentice.
And that unlocks another dialogue option here. Before we get to that, that's interesting that, I mean, another thing that I did, let's check can I find that sorcery? Can I remember what exactly was the Great Azur's? Oh, okay, this one. It has to be this one, right? Okay, the Comet Azure. The primeval current. He was left both bewitched and fearful of the abyss. She says that he was originally her mentor. The primeval sorcerer Azure. I got thrown off a little bit there by the music restarting. Okay, the cat laser brain gets easily distracted. I was like, I didn't know if we were getting into combat music for a second. I don't know why we would be getting into combat music here, down in the ruins with Sellen. What I was thinking, what I was going to say, is that I had just not too long ago, I had this thought about Mount Gelmir and that suspicious hole. I think it was here, the suspicious opening in the side of the cliff face that we okay, that's gonna be yeah, my R1 button glitched out, so I don't have my R1 here for the moment, but that's fine, because alt tabbing does weird things on PC. But anyway, this opening here on the side of the cliff I had wondered about. We had not discovered. It seems like an exit based on the fact that I don't think I can get up to it via Torrent's double jump. And I don't think I fall down to it. So what I had done, I had gone back up here to the primeval sorcerer, the primeval sorcerer's warp point. I had come back up here. There's no new interaction with the sorcerer, but I poked around this area. I poked around the, what was the village called? The Hermit Village. I poked around to see if there were some, I don't know, sus floors or sus openings into buildings that could lead us down into the underground portion here and then eventually exit out. I didn't find anything. So I don't know what's up with that opening in the cliff face. Does it lead up from the underground? This part of the map here, this actually is the Mount Gelmir kind of showing through to the underground map. I'm not sure that the underground is going to extend over here to this side. Doesn't feel like it would, based on how the Ainsel River and the Deeproot depths are apportioned here. So anyway, that's an open mystery. That's an open question. It is interesting because it's a little bit related to the fact that Sellen has new dialogue regarding the primeval sorcerer. So let's see. She did have additional. We're still trying to figure out. This is one of the big open questions, is what the heck is going on with, we've seen like 3 different versions of Sellen now. I don't know which one is supposed to be the real one.
There you are. Shall we commence?
But at least maybe, I don't know, tell us more to your story and that might give some answers? Probably not.
If you recall, I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria. It was for attempting to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. The toothless pedantry peddled by the Karian royal family can rot for all I care. I want Glintstone sorceries that open our minds, unbound by terrestrial taboos, no matter what we give in return. My apprentice, I presume nothing. Teacher and student are not bound to tread the same path. But hear me out, my apprentice. I need your help to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. Perhaps this is a journey we could take together.
For sure, if there is a quest line that we've somehow unlocked finally, I would definitely want to do this because maybe that helps us solve the question marks involving Sellen. So the default answer of hell yeah, let's go. I think that also applies here.
Splendid. I thank you. This pleases me. It's been far too long since I found a fellow kindred spirit. You must have a fabulous teacher.
And then there's more. This is really interesting. I guess we just haven't checked in with Sellen in a while. This is why you do backtracking. Let's see what favor we have to ask. Would this be? Can you tell me what's going on with the whole puppets and Celluvus?
I need your help, my apprentice.
Oh, this is her asking
Master
a favor.
Lusat is another founding Glintstone sorcerer. And like Master Azure, he was banished from the academy. Now he languishes in prison somewhere. My apprentice, can you find Master Lusat? With this Glintstone key, you should be able to cross the boundary that encloses him.
Oh, we got a seal breaker. Holy shit, dude. Okay. Oh my god. Wait a second. Oh shit. Okay, Sellian seal breaker. Let us read about this.
I need him to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. He's nigh a child of the stars. Such is his body now.
This is amazing. Okay, I want to get... Okay, let's just finish while we're in the menu here. Let's finish her dialogue, and then we will read about this key item, the seal breaker. Obviously, this has to be what we use at the bottom of that secret cave. What was it called? Just the Celia Hideaway? The secret sus cave. Out back from where we met Millicent, but... my brain is already wandering toward the converted fringe tower. Is it possible that it might open that seal as well? Break that seal. Let's finish the dialogue.
After his expulsion from the academy, I heard that Master Lusat returned to his home, a place called Celia in the eastern Caelid wilds. Thinking about it, I obtained the Glintstone key I gave you from a Celian sorcerer. It wouldn't be too much of a leap to suppose he's still cooped up nearby.
Oh, yes. Fortunately, we are well ahead of you, Sorceress Sellen. We have been just waiting for this one key. This one key item is what we've been waiting for. So, we have our lead on Master Lusat. Sellen is the friend of each of the heretics. The the sorcerer free thinkers, going against the Rhea Lucaria establishment, I guess. The heretics kicked out and imprisoned in some cases. So, of course, we must free them. Can release Master Lusat from his confinement. Capable of breaking the seal that keeps Master Lusat confined. Celia town sorcerer can be found in Caelid. This key was said to have been found in the possession of a Celian sorcerer. Okay. We know that this should definitely work on the one at the bottom of the Celia Hideaway, but, you know me, guys. It's probably not going to work, but I have to try. We have to try it. This is something different, right? The converted fringe tower
is probably something. Oh my god, my R1 is bugged out still. I'm hoping that I'm not going to need my R1. I might need my R1 here to go into the Celia hideaway, so I probably am going to have to reboot the game to get my R1 unbugged. But to go to the converted fringe tower, I don't think that is required. We'll find out here. For all I know, there could be like a glintstone dragon cooped up behind this door. I just hope I can open it. No. You have to solve a puzzle. There is a puzzle to solve. And Erudition needs to light the way. How do we do it, America? How do we frickin' do it? Do I need to dress up in the right costume? And then do the Erudition insignia? Gesture? I don't know. Okay, the converted fringe tower will continue to be a mystery, but after I reset the game here, we will be headed to the Celia hideaway. Okay, I don't think we want to go down. We don't want to go down to the part of the hideaway that has the Revenant. Now that we know what those things are called, I think we want to go across. I've been down here a couple times since I have come here off camera. And I want to say that it's down here. I think this is the part that is separate from where the Revenant is? Question mark? Do I have this right, or am I still... Isn't it down here? Is it not down this way? I think it's down this way. I could be wrong, but I think this is where we need to use... Actually, I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. No, here it is. Okay, all right. I did... All right, we are here. We are here in the right spot. So let me go ahead and just apply some buffs. I don't know what we're gonna need going up against... There is a, I remember there is a glintstone guy here. Once we got him out of the way, though, I don't know if there's going to be any enemies beyond this, but this should get us through now. We have the Sealed Breaker, yes. Cellian Seal Breaker has been used, and there he is. Okay, so there is not, it is just very, very similar to the primeval sorcerer Azur. She said that Lusat, she didn't know what state he was going to be in, but he is basically, what did she say, like, with the stars now? He is, yeah, similar to Azur. He seems to be no longer quite with us, although, my oh my, the fashion sense, the primeval sorcerers sure have some awesome outfits. Okay. Talk, quote unquote. Oh. The hand reaches out and gives us a legendary sorcery, Stars of Ruin. And then the hand goes right back to where it came from, and that is probably all she wrote for the primeval sorcerer. Okay. A legendary sorcery. Was the one that we got from Azur also legendary? I don't remember. Legendary sorcery devised... I guess we could check the text and see, because it might say legendary sorcery in the description. Devised by Lusat, primeval sorcerer. Fires 12 dark shooting stars that pursue the target. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Charging enhances potency. When Lusat glimpsed into the primeval current, he beheld the final moments of a great star cluster, and upon seeing it, he too was broken. Final moments of a great star cluster. A big, well, it's a big payoff. It is not quite as big in terms of its intelligence requirements as the, let's check this again here. The Comet Azur requires 60. Stars of Ruin requires 43. And this does say legendary sorcery. So we got a couple legendary sorceries here. Cool. The game keeps tempting us and taunting us. Do you want to do an intelligence build? I kind of do at some point. Not yet, though.
we need to go back to Sellen. Of course, we can take now this marker off the map. We have, oh, it feels good. It feels very good. Add another thing to the list of things I didn't expect to happen this episode of Elden Ring was crossing off the mystery of the Celia hideaway and the Sealbreaker, but so we did. And now we will see what our, that is the Purified Ruins in Liurnia. I am looking in the wrong part of the map. We need to go to where Sellen is, at the Waypoint Ruins cellar. Give her the update here on Master Lusat, and see if there's any further progression.
My apprentice, give me a moment later. I have a favor to ask.
Okay. Are we going to talk about what we found first, or we're jumping right to a new request?
The form you see before you is merely a projection.
Oh.
My body lies elsewhere.
Okay.
But the Academy's shackles prevent it being moved. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between.
Say no more.
Imprisoned in the ruins just down from the Church of Marika, past the plain of the Wandering Mausoleum. Can you make the journey to my body? I have something that I can only trust with you.
Oh my goodness, have I... Guys. Oh. I am laughing, at least in part, at my thought going into today, sitting down to record, and how, oh, this is just going to be a few little clips of me going through ruins looking for sus floors. It's the episode now. Congrats. We've got a full backtracking episode, guys. Enjoy it, because we unlocked two things. So does that mean you have to do the thing with the Sealbreaker in order to get her to unlock a new... I feel like I did something... We probably did something... Maybe it was just encountering the Sorcerer Azure, but we must have done something... I'm just wondering about what would have unlocked her prompting us to go searching. Finally searching the Weeping Peninsula, which we've known about forever. Oh, just keep playing the game. I wonder if that's how the converted Fringe Tower is just going to turn out. Just keep playing the game, and it will make itself clear exactly what you're supposed to do there someday. All right, let's wrap up Lusat's location first. This is amazing.
Who could have guessed? What a place to find Master Lusat. You have my gratitude. This is all your work. I am truly pleased to have you as an apprentice and a kindred spirit. This is a mere token of my thanks. Please take it.
That was an odd delay. Don't know exactly what happened there. Why it took so long to load these starlight shards. But we have some starlight shards. Very cool.
This brings us a full step closer. The bodies of Masters Azure and Lusat can be admitted to the Academy. If only I could undo these wretched shackles.
Oh shit, wow, we are readmitting their bodies to the Academy? What? Okay, this is so exciting that stuff is happening. Let's is this just a recap of what she's told us already?
My body is on the Weeping imprisoned in
oh,
you make the
Sellen, if only you knew just how... I'm gonna rest first and just see if there's any... I should have done this before we went to... I forgot to do like a game / bonfire refresh to see what additional dialogue we might have.
Shall we commence the lesson?
Okay, she's at a standstill now, so let's go. Oh my goodness, Weeping Peninsula, let's go. Guys, is there somebody out there who's been keeping count? At least an on-camera count, because I feel like I've come here off-camera as well. But has anyone been keeping a count of the number of times that we have visited the Witchbane Ruins? Which, by the way, is a ruins that we could quickly check to see if there are any other... It would be kind of surprising to me if there were other sus floors that, you know, in the Witchbane Ruins. But we might We might just give it a gander, because you never know for sure. Just need to make... It's not a very big ruins. There are no other... I don't see any other potential candidates for sus for, so we are going straight down here. We know how this works. We're going to have to wait out any marionettes that get any wise ideas before we can handle our business here, which we have waited so long to handle. Come on, guys. Let's get it over with. Come on now. Are they actually? No, we're gonna not even wait around. Just get out of here. Get the hell out of here. I want some privacy. Because I finally... Oh. Sellen, my dear. My dear Sellen.
My apprentice, thank you for coming. These shackles take a toll on us all. There is something I need you to look after. My primal glintstone. A star has fallen, and my fortunes waver. Someone may come for my life, and so I entrust it with you, myself.
For a second, I thought she not just gave up the primal glintstone, but she gave up the ghost. Sellen, let's not go there just yet. We need to... We've got more to do before you leave us for good. Don't be thinking about that. Yes, accept primal glintstone, please. We're not a sorcerer yet, but we... Oh my goodness! Whoa! Okay, that... Perhaps I should have asked a little bit, inquire just a teeny tiny bit more about what exactly this was going to entail. Apparently our character knew exactly what that meant. That's kind of weird. But maybe this is not the first primal glintstone that the Tarnished of no renown... You want to tell us something about your past tarnished life? We have Sellen's primal glintstone. I think that's cool. Tell me more, question mark?
Thank you, my apprentice. This is my essence. Please, treat it with care.
I'm watching to see that if it... I don't want her to die on me. I think she's still... She's recovering. It took a toll on her, the little impromptu procedure that we underwent here. We're gonna let Sellen recover for just a moment while we read about the glintstone from within Sellen's body. Seemingly half alive, blood vessels are visible within. Whoa. Talk about... It's bad enough having to get gallstones taken out. Not that I have any experience with this. I've only heard. I can only imagine glintstones. In essence, a primal glintstone is a sorcerer's soul. If transplanted into a compatible new body after their original body dies, the sorcerer will rise again. Oh, my apprentice, do you think it distasteful? I think I understand what is happening now. Just keep playing the game and eventually everything will be clear. I think we might know what to do now about the other Sellen in Celluvis's cellar. Potentially.
Treat it with care, my apprentice. What you hold is My very being. Treated what you hope.
Wow, I think, man. Okay, we're going to. I think this Sellen actually might be going RIP, but we have her soul, so it's okay. We can we can build her back better, stronger, more glintstony. Oh boy, we're gonna do a game reset just to see if anything new happens here. What? Okay, I kind of thought that, you know, maybe Sellen was gonna be dead, but Sir Jar-Bairn has showed up. Oh, what? God. What is this video game? I am losing my mind, guys. I just recovered from all the events of my first round of recording for this episode, and now the game has just thrown me into an utter tailspin once again. It does appear that this Sellen is gone, but why is Sir Jar-Bairn here? Excuse me?
Ah, well met. I hardly expected to see the champion of the festival here.
Right
of all
back,
places.
right back at you.
No, Sellen. Did you? Well, whatever the case, she's dead now. Just put it behind you. She was known as the Graven Witch. Obsessed by the primeval current, countless sorcerers fell to her hand. The most dangerous mage in the entire history of Rhea Lucaria's academy.
The most dangerous mage. So you're on the side of the Carian royals and the established magical orthodoxy? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Wouldn't have taken you for that.
It is strange, though. The woman, she was like a husk. Her soul already fled. I suspect Sellen lives on elsewhere. I'm sure she'll turn up eventually, in another body. A sickening thought, but one that won't stop gnawing at me.
Sir Jar-Bairn's got a beef with Sellen. Does he show up on the map? It does still say that Sorceress Sellen is here. I think that usually when a character is gone, yeah, I don't see her shuddering anymore. Usually when a character is, oh, the bloodstains on the wall behind, were those there before? Or is that supposed to be the aftermath of our procedure to extract a glintstone?
I suspect Sellen lives on elsewhere. I'm sure she'll a sickening thought.
Sickening thought. There is a fight, I think, on the way. Whatever is at the end of this quest line between Sellen and now Jar-Bairn is involved in the mix. Okay. Jesus Christ. This is so much fun. Game reset, number 2. Still here.
I suspect I'm sure she'll a sickening.
Okay. Obviously, I want to go to Seleuvis' cellar, but we're going to be thorough, as we always try to be. We're going to go back to the... Oh! She is no longer listed here at the Waypoint Ruin cellar. She did say that she was only a projection. This is not the greatest glintstone sorcerer in the world. This was only a tribute. So, okay, I do want to go to Seleuvis' cellar. It also occurs to me, all this stuff that we've been doing, we've progressed so many different quest lines. We should probably go back to the hold. Maybe I should have been going back to the hold, but I have kind of forgot. I've been so caught up in this whirlwind of events. Let's take at least just a moment to breathe and just see if anything is different at the hold. All right, I checked all the way throughout the hold, and I checked in with all the NPCs. Nothing new. We do have a bell bearing to turn in, and we do have some new boss soul options. The remembrance for the natural born of the void. We do have those to check out. We will, I think, save those for some housekeeping next episode. I really want to get to, if I can contain myself here, contain my excitement of heading back to Ranni's Rise one more time. Boy, this has been an eventful location in our map. My goodness. And we might, I think, have another set of events to progress. 2 mysteries, potentially. The open mystery of the Sealbreaker and the open mystery of Seleuvis's cellar. I think, what else could we possibly do with this glintstone essence than to transplant it into another? I guess maybe this answers the question. I had been wondering who's the real Sellen. It's still not 100% clear if these are supposed... Like, I guess my take is that these are puppets, but they are very realistic looking puppets. And how in the world did Seleuvis make a puppet of Sellen? That's another... There's so many questions to answer, guys. But let's at least do a this should be hopefully less painful than the extraction that we did. That certainly seemed less invasive.
My apprentice. Just how long has it been? Thank you. You've helped me fill a new body once again, and it's truly a gem. Young and full of vigor, a snug fit for my primal glintstone. Better still, I've shed those awful shackles.
Oh yeah.
Finally, I can return to the Academy to expel the Carian royal family and restore the primeval current. My dear apprentice. I owe this all to you.
Amazing. I'm glad we got you an upgrade on your body. It looks, you know, very much the same to us, you know, but there's a stone crown on your head, so, you know, forever young, right?
Finally, I can return to the to expel the Carian.
Okay, so she's heading back to the Academy to expel the Carian royal family. Okay, you know what we have to do. Game reset to see what happens here. And as I would have guessed that she is gone, although there is a message where she was. I will return to the Academy, my apprentice, to expel the Carian royal family and restore the primeval current. So we really are going to be heading back to Raya Lucaria. Will it be easy to find her? Will it be as simple as just going to the Grand Library? Is expelling the Carians the same as expelling Rennala? Maybe I should have thought about that before I went through with this, because then what happens to my respec option? But it appears that's not the case. So we do have several warp points though that would be easy to go through, which I did just earlier off camera as I was looking for Hyetta. The debate parlor would make a lot of sense for her to be here. But I suppose she could also, if she is not here, then there's also the warp point that goes to the classroom, right? There's only like 4 warp points in Raya Lucaria, so going to each of these is the low-hanging fruit that we can do very quickly. Oh, but hold on. I'm having an idea. Let's just check and make sure she's not... Okay, she's not out here paying homage to her biggest fan, her biggest enthusiast, and proponent, perhaps, the rest in peace Sorcerer Topes. So she is somewhere here in Raya Lucaria, so I will need to spend a little bit of time trying to find her, but I think the place that I'm going to try and find is, I want to say it was like at the end of this tunnel, there was the place that had the giant amalgamation, the big sphere or whatever of the stone crowns. And we got some loot there that talked about some primeval current thing, right? And we got a talisman, I think. Did we not get this somewhere in there? Maybe. Yeah, the primeval current. A forbidden tradition of glintstone sorcery. I think I might want to get there, but who knows? So give me some time to backtrack here in Raya Lucaria. Yes, Raya Lucaria, the Academy. Wait a second. What? Okay. Oh, this is it. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, wait a minute. What? Do you want to take which? Oh my god. Okay, let me collect myself here as I came. Okay. I came back to the room with Renala because I thought, I was thinking ahead. I was thinking ahead of backtracking to some room over, I think here, or maybe here, where there was the big old massive glintstone crowns. That made the most sense to me off the bat. But I thought, you know what? Let's just give another close, maybe Sellen is out here somewhere nearby. And I guess my hunch was right. I was also thinking, I was starting to think toward, oh, maybe I need to go out to the main academy gate and check out there as well. Why wouldn't she be? Let's actually do that first before we go thinking about, now I've got a decision to make. Challenge, oh my god, I can't even talk right now. This episode, guys, has, what in the hell has this episode been? I do not see any, I don't see any summon signs. I don't see any NPCs. We have a decision to make. We're also going to quickly check out here at the, not the East Gate. I want to go to this end. I also was thinking, could she maybe have been like trapped outside? Because she was expelled from the academy. Would it have been possible that she would be like out here at the gate like, it seems I can't get in back to the academy. We need to devise some other plan. But that's not the case. She is already in here, but we have a choice to make. I was kind of thinking the fact that Sir Jaren, by the way, I did also go just now, I went back to Redmane Castle just to see, like, is Sir Jaren there for some reason? Has he come back to Redmane Castle? He wasn't there. But it feels like we are choosing a side. We are either taking Sellen's side or we are taking Sir Jaren's side. And I really am not sure. I'm really not sure what we want to do. Be summoned to assist Sorceress Sellen, or be summoned to challenge Sorceress Sellen. I guess my instinct is to help Sellen. What am I basing that on, though? I might need to take a moment here and just kind of review the dialogue of both Sellen and Sir Jaren. Like, which one of these characters has been less sus, less I don't know. What do we, maybe this isn't that big of a deal in terms of a decision, but I always overthink these things regardless. Oh shit, I'm rereading the final words that we got from Jaren after we beat Radahn. He said, "Finally, my work is done. I am no longer bound to this fortress. I have a task in mind. Old business, you could say. You wouldn't understand. May we meet again, if the fates deign it. Brave champion." Whoa, so this is what he was referring to. Gosh, I had completely forgotten about that. Wow. Wow. Who do we pick, guys? We just don't have very much to go on with Jaren. You know, there's really no backstory other than we know he was like the hype man at the Radon festival. And I'm not sure that's enough to trust him over the Graven Witch. The Graven Witch sounds kind of like a bit of a slanderous story, if you ask me. Just because Sellen is a contrarian thinker doesn't mean that she should have been expelled from the academy. But also, maybe the academy had good reason. We just don't really know. I think this is one of these choices that we get to revisit when we go to, well, when I go to play New Game Plus. I'm making no guarantees about recording New Game Plus for Elden Ring. But on the first playthrough, I think I want to side with Sellen. I'm very curious about both options. But the helping Sellen seems like the one that I want to go down. So let's do it. I think this pits us against Jar-Bairn, if I'm reading the situation correctly. I think.
Jar-Bairn,
So it does.
Bringer of my death. You have my gratitude.
Witch Hunter Jar-Bairn.
And I am here to join the school to reflect on your mistake.
Join the school to reflect on your mistake. He is dodging our boulders so far. So far, he is dodging all sorts of shit. You can't dodge forever, though. You cannot dodge forever. Oh, we have the rules of a summoned phantom, half flasks, and I guess we don't have a rune arc. But I don't think it matters because Witch Hunter Jar-Bairn, the Bloody Finger Witch Hunter Jar-Bairn. Oh, interesting. I wonder if we had invaded Sellen, we would have been the Bloody Finger, probably. Oh shit, wait a second. Oh, wait a second. We did do what I thought we might do. We have Sir Jar-Bairn's the eccentric's armor, outfit, wardrobe, fashion souls, and well, if Rennala has been expelled, I wonder, has Sellen taken over the respect duties? We have a new academy headmaster. What's the term of the? We have a new regent. Sorcerer. Whoa, dude. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do anything. Do you have another glintstone transplant by any chance for my buddy Bach over here? Is there something we could do about that? Whoa, guys. This might be the best episode of Elden Ring yet. I have a feeling it just only gets better as the game goes on, but gosh damn. This is just... What else do we say? What else is there to be said about how awesome this experience is? This is the night Jar-Bairn's breaches. Jar-Bairn preferred a nomadic existence, but after spending time as a guest of the Carian royals, he became the guest commander for General Radon. Okay, so he was a guest of the Carian royals for a time. It's like a jester outfit, kind of, isn't it? That's what it feels like. And for the first time, the restless tumbleweed would be bound by honorable oath. A restless tumbleweed, eh? The hood hides an aged bearded mask. Oh, it was a mask? I had no idea it was a mask. If I had known it was a mask, I would have tried to do the old, the trick that we did with Dung Eater to see the true. Maybe we should do that with Sellen, actually. I should be doing this maybe with more characters, try to get the true face reveal. Jaren served General Radahn as a guest commander, and they are said to have sworn an oath of honorable death to one another. An oath of honorable death. In other words, Radahn said, if I go mad, or if you go mad, the other will take them out. Don't let them roam around like a zombie out on a battlefield eating a bunch of corpses forever and ever and ever. Take me out. Wow. Sellen is now, I'm guessing that Sellen is now the leader of the academy. We're gonna try to do it here. We're gonna try to do the, okay, well, there's your face reveal, guys. Sellen, turns out, just like the Black Knight Knife Assassins, has no head. That's why she wears a stone crown. The secret is out.
Ah, my apprentice. You've saved my skin once again. Do you see this? The Queen of Caria is no more. With the bodies of Masters Azure and Lusat returned, the Academy can hone the primeval current, so that we, fallen children of the stars, shall beam with brilliance once again. My apprentice, will you stay with us, here at the Academy? Oh, I know it's not possible. You have your own calling, to be the next Elden Lord. But do think of me, of your teacher. On the eve of your crowning, you will always be my darling pupil. Rest assured that the entire Academy will swear allegiance to the new monarch, my apprentice. Become Elden Lord.
Huh. She definitely wants to have a friend in the highest of places.
Perhaps I'm jumping ahead, but here is a symbol of my allegiance and the Academy's.
A glintstone Chris.
Do you recall what once I told you? That glintstone is the amber of the cosmos, and sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein. When you become Elden Lord, please illuminate me. Lay bare the secrets of life which course the Elden Ring. Next time, I will be your student.
Lay bare the, did you say mysteries of life that course the Elden Ring? This game is nuts.
Oh, one last thing. If you fail to claim your throne, you can always pay me a visit. Oh, don't fret. Even my dullest pupils will always have a place here.
Study sorcery. Which we've already... No, there is a new one. There's a new one here. The Shard Spiral. Which I can almost afford. I guess, why don't we go ahead and buy that? We like to buy out the vendors. Just in case that progresses anything. I'm very curious, where is Rennala? Certainly, it doesn't feel... She said the Carian Queen is no more. But it doesn't feel like, in a game like... It doesn't feel like Elden Ring to eliminate... Like, you can have this character progression, but usually, you know, if they kill off a character like an NPC that does rebirths, the rebirth option is usually still accessible, even if in the canon or the lore of the game that character has perished. Let's read about this glintstone. Chris, I'm assuming is how it's pronounced, but I could be wrong. Ritual blade once presented to Leyndell by the Academy of Raya Lucaria to celebrate their newfound peace. The treaty between Radagon and Rennala. Though the weapon is embedded with precious glintstones and features Erd Tree ornamentation, the undulating blade is symbolic of an ancient ritual. Unique skill, Glintstone Dart. Skill that builds from the Glintstone Pebble Sorcery. Charge a skill to upgrade it to a Glintstone Dart. Follow up with a strong attack to change the skill into a lunging thrust. All right, so there's a cool intelligence dagger option. We're gonna buy the sorcery. Let's do first one thing at a time here. This is just goodness gracious. What do we make of it all? What do we make of it all? The shard spiral. Let's buy it, and then we will also read the description after we've bought it. Fires twin projectiles. They form a spiral as they travel. A sorcery of the Corollos Conspectus, the most venerable of the Academy. This was the product of a failed attempt to create a new comet. She said they brought the bodies of the two primeval sorcerers back here. Are they here in this room? Or are they somewhere within Rhea Lucaria?
Where did ye flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence ye hide. Of the dark, be not afeared. My beloved egg is with us. Come out, I prithee.
That scared the living shit out of me. Okay, Renala's not gone. The Carian Queen is no more. She has been relegated to behind that hideous bookshelf.
Now, is it thy wish to yet again be...
Oh, Renala, I'm so glad that you are coping with this situation far better than I.
Be not alarmed. I would birth...
Well, knowing now that my precious Renala and her precious rebirth option are there, we can't... nothing can be done. Nothing can ever be done for poor Bach. It's definitely put the Carian Queen behind the bookshelf. This dead, naked dude over here, you can say. Where the hell would they have put the... I'm so curious to know where these... Because if we go back... I'm not going to go back to the Sellia Hideaway, but we can very easily go back to... I'm going to quickly check out in this courtyard. Holy shit. Just in case, where would she have put the bodies? Like, maybe she literally put the bodies somewhere in Rhea Lucaria? I'd like to know. What I'm going to do is just double check that the primeval sorcerer is gone from Mount Gelmir. Okay, Renala's safe, guys. Panic averted. Crisis averted. Oh shit. Oh, wait a second. There's loot here. Oh my god. Okay, now we have to go back down to the bottom of the Sellia Hideaway. Because I have to get the loot that's there where the body of Master Lusat used to be. Holy fuck. Yeah, we gotta get the Fashion Souls. We gotta get the Fashion Souls. Lusat's Fashion Souls. Because he had the big old, almost like a Xanthus crown. That shit was kind of amazing. Azur's... Honestly, this glintstone robe is kind of kick-ass. I kind of want to wear that. If I'm being honest. This thing, not so much. The Crown of Azur, primeval current sorcerer, set with a prominent blue-green glintstone. This crown replaced Azur's brain and skull altogether. And now, removed from his body, it is all but dead. What power remains... So they said, we just want the body. That hideous crown, just leave that fucking shit. What power remains within raises the potency of Azur's primeval current sorceries at the cost of additional FP consumption. Interesting. Glintstone robe, corroded by blue-green glintstone. A robe reserved for Grand Masters at the Academy. Since the Grand Masters Azur and Lusat were driven from the Academy, no one has achieved their formerly held rank. And the Manchats say that Azur had reached a near inorganic state. That is so bizarre. Let's check this out. Let's check out our new Fashion Souls. Where is it at? It's gotta be at the top, right? This one. Okay, I mean... It's actually a... Yeah, it is a robe, isn't it?
It is kind of a robe. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. That's much more like it. Yeah, I mean, I like the shoulders, and I like kind of the feathery garb, or the flowing feathery appearance, but I just don't like the length of, I mean, it's a robe. It's a robe. It's a bit of a problem. It's got its features. Its positives is what I was trying to think of to say, but we're not going to be making a switch. So, this is really, really interesting. Give me a moment, I guess, to go back to the Sellia hideaway. And sure enough, there is loot here as well. Wait a second. Wait a second. This glintstone crown here, is this... We also got some leg wraps from this guy. Is this an eyeball? It kind of let's find out here. It looks kind of like the eyeball from the Natural Born of the Void. This crown replaced Lusat's brain and skull altogether. It doesn't really say. The giant blue glintstone crown worn by Lusat. We do have to at least... I suppose we'll try this one. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing ever. It's, you know, if you're into that sort of thing. This, on the other hand, yo, it does kind of look like an eyeball. It kind of has... There's a bit of an eyeball thing going on, guys. Whoa. Whoa! Oh my goodness. What was the effect on this one? Did it have an effect? Did it have... It does boost Lusat's primeval current sorceries at the cost of additional FP consumption. There you go. There you go. Is this our new helm, guys? Is this our new helm? Have we found our new fashion souls? Oh. Renala is... Wait a... Okay. Stuff is... Did I leave for 1 second, and is Sellen already kicked out again?
Now, is it thy wish?
What?
Be not, I would...
I'm starting to get very confused, guys. We can talk to this thing. I'm at a loss for words. Maybe Sellen is not gone. Maybe Sellen has transformed. Maybe she got her wish to really... Let's read first. Wow. The Witch's Glintstone Crown. One of the Glintstone Crowns bestowed upon Rhea Lucaria scholars whose pursuits were deemed worthy increases intelligence and arcane to the detriment of stamina. This gentle-looking crown was granted to a scholar who excelled in her studies, which also merited the title of Witch. Just a little title, no big deal. I was coming back here. I hit the record button and I was coming back to Rhea Lucaria to, you know, search for the bodies of Lusat and Azur. I wanted to see where they might have been placed. But it seems as though Sellen already had other plans?
My friend,
Oh shit. Look at...
Sellen is up here. Or the witch's crown is up here. Maybe it's always been there. Is this, like, of course, I kind of, like, saw that this was, like, an amalgamation of the stone crowns, but I wouldn't have thought to look for Sellen. Oh, gosh. Now I kind of want to go and, like, go back to these other enemies out in the, like, the Witchbane ruins and see, is Sellen's face a part of that character model? Can you even call this thing a character model? I think it's safe to say that she took things too far. Just my 2 cents. I kind of was feeling like, I was feeling very kind of okay with how things had turned out. I was kind of like, you know, this is not the worst thing. Sellen is like the new principal head of the class. And, you know, we chose her over Sir Jaren, and it felt like we got rewarded with something pretty cool. And then this happens. I don't know how to feel about it, guys. I don't know. I don't think Sellen knows how to feel about it either. Sellen? Question mark? She's sort of there. I guess I will, like, I was going to look down into this courtyard down here and see if maybe they were, you know, the bodies were nearby. You know, that we wouldn't have to go hunting to the ends of the earth inside of Raya Lucaria to find the primeval sorcerers' corpses. But now I have just, like, I've now recorded this over the course of 2 different days, and I feel that I've been through, like, an emotional roller coaster. This is just, it started as me wanting to backtrack some ruins and find some sus floors, and we sort of did that. We did find at least 1 sus floor, but my goodness, did we find so much more. It's not, I don't even know if it's oh my god. Oh, wait a second. The face has moved. The face was not in this position before. Was it supposed to have been here? I mean, it just seems like we should sit. We should sit. Is this because we bought out all of her spells? Did we do this? Do we only have ourselves to blame? Also, does her face show up in like a different spot every time? I think it might. I think the character model or whatever rotates. Okay, there was a bit more that time. Is this, like, is she... How... We're gonna see if we can progress this in some way. I feel like she did not say "I'm" before, but this is the weirdest thing ever. If we're sitting at the bonfire to make her say one more word at a time. I want to say she's reached a stopping point, at least for the moment. Boy, oh boy. Well, how do we feel now, guys? How do we feel now about the state of affairs at Raya Lucaria?
Is it thy way?
All right, guys. I do think, though, that is where we are going to wrap up this just wondrous installment of Elden Ring. It started as I've said now a couple times, it started as, I'm going to explore some ruins, and I'm going to look for some bell-bearing hunters, and maybe we'll find Hyetta in the meantime. And boy, oh boy, did we progressed Hyetta's questline, but not just Hyetta's questline. Not 1 questline, but not 2. With Ronnie and Blaidd and Iji. Not 3 with Jar-Bairn and Diallos, but 4. We got progression to Sellen's questline. She is listed as being here, here in the Raya Lucaria Grand Library, but also Jaren was involved. And I'm so curious on a subsequent playthrough. I don't want to know what happens until I find out for myself, but what happens if we invade Sellen instead of taking her side? In spite of my bit of conflicted emotional state as to the outcome of some of these quest lines, I am feeling very happy for the achievement and progression that we were able to get for so much of, I mean, almost exclusively in Liurnia, by the way. It's really fascinating how much, at least so far, of these quest lines has centered around Liurnia. But even like just the happenstance of going to, oh, I'm just gonna go to the Waypoint Ruins. Like I haven't even explored like I was going to. My initial thought when I went to the Waypoint Ruins cellar, let me see if there's any other sus floors in this place. And I happened to talk to Sellen, and that just led to the last third of the episode. So there you go. And that is why this video game, we have been on quite a roll, guys. The episodes lately have just been, I hope they've been as much fun for you to watch as they have been for me to record them. And boy, oh boy, will we be, there's still more backtracking to do because I still want to find Hyetta, who I presume now is somewhere in Altus Plateau. And obviously there's still a bunch of ruins to explore and sus floors to find and potentially bell-bearing hunters to find. And who knows what the heck else that is going to unexpectedly crop up, because that is how it goes in Elden Ring. And we love it. And will I be wearing the eyeball of Lusat on the top of my head at the start of next episode? And will I was kind of hoping that it was just so funny for Renala to be stashed behind the bookshelf. That's the one thing that I kind of wish had stayed. Could we put both of them behind the bookshelf? You know, both Sellen and Renala. Is that a thing we could manage? Maybe Bach as well. The bookshelves are here. Let's use them. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.